Welcome to the Simpler Business Podcast, where we talk about ways to do what you love and serve your people in a way that brings you income and freedom. I'm your host, Marissa Roberts. Join me as I chat with my favorite entrepreneurs about how they simplify their biz so that you can simplify yours. You may think that branding is only relevant for large corporations with a huge customer base, but that is not necessarily true. Branding for all businesses, big or small, product, coaching, or service-based, is important because it plays a huge role in helping your potential client or customer decide whether to buy from you. Your brand is a reflection of the experience people will have with you. The look and feel of your online presence is seen as a preview to what it's like to buy from you, be coached by you, partner with you, or work with you. It provides the emotional connection between you and your potential client. And if you're strategic with your branding, it has the power to draw your ideal client to you like a magnet and do a lot of your selling for you. For example, if you're looking to attract high-ticket clients, those who are happy to invest because they value the premium experience and the accountability of a high-ticket offer, your branding needs to align with that experience. So how do you create that? Today, I have an expert on the show to share some tips to help. Specializing in helping female coaches and founders, Elva Lee is a luxury branding coach, creative director, and speaker who helps her clients create a luxury brand so they can attract high-end clients, increase their influence, impact, and income. Elva grew up in Shanghai and moved to Melbourne, where she found success in the corporate world. However, she felt it wasn't her calling. After leaving her 9-to-5, she founded the Elva Lee Luxury Branding Boutique, where she helps her clients elevate their brand and embody their luxury icon. Elva has 10 years of experience in business advisory, coaching, and luxury brand styling. She combines her creative flair with her business savviness to help visionary female coaches and founders feel confident online, onboard high-end clients, and become the most iconic version of themselves. Welcome, Elva. I am so happy that you're here with me today.
Oh, thank you so much, Marissa. Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course. I'm so excited because we've recently been on an online summit together and I watched your presentation on luxury branding, and it was a real eye-opener for me to know that there's so much of how you can come across and how it can feel like to work with you really comes down to your branding, and that having a consistent brand that people feel good about being around, so important. And it's something that I never spent a lot of time on before, and now I can really see how impactful it can be. So I thought the more we can be talking about this kind of stuff, the better. The more people are aware of the impact of good branding, high quality premium luxury branding, and the powerful impact it can have on their business and their clients, I think it's going to be an amazing conversation.
Thank you. I'm glad it really inspired you, and I'm so happy to be on your podcast and sharing the expertise and the knowledge with your audience.
Well, let's jump right in. For any of the listeners who haven't really heard of luxury branding before, how would you define it? How would you describe it to them?
Such a great question, because for me and for my clients, I always say a luxury brand is not about Dior or Chanel. It's actually about standing in your high worth and owning your ability to lead and inspire. I always say it's about embodying high frequency and high level transformation yourself first, and then extending to your clients. Luxury is about mastering at what you do and creating at the highest level, claiming a high value for what you do. And lots of people will say, luxury is not spiritual, but I feel luxury is spiritual. It is a freedom to choose. I see it as a way of divine source expressing beauty in this world. And it doesn't have to be anything for you to feel luxury, for you to exude luxury. It can be just a feeling, a more expansive way of expressing yourself in the world. So in my coaching, I taught my clients the luxury model to help them embody the luxury icon, their luxury brand. So it's about step into their true leadership, being a trendsetter, create your own unique blueprint, imprint. It's about being exclusive and create the highest level of quality experience services. And also it's about create deep long-term relationship with your clients, other partners or brands, and also using an impact beyond your clients, beyond time. So that's what I see is a luxury brand, and that is what luxury branding gives you.
That's such a good way to put it, because when I first heard the term, before I really delved in deep into your presentation and then started doing some research on it, I heard luxury brand and I thought, oh yeah, that's like Tiffany's or Louis Vuitton, that sort of thing. So my brain immediately went to branding, which is very clever with those companies as the branding. But actually, you're right. When I go a little deeper on it, it's not just the name dropping, it's the premium quality experience of working with particular brands or coaches. It's the way that you feel when you're partnering with them or working with them or aligned with them. And it's about digging into what's truly aligned for you as a person and what feels really good, and having that expand as part of your branding and company too. It's such a powerful thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So how do you think luxury branding can help somebody's business grow?
Luxury branding, I think, can transform your business in lots of ways. But if I have to pick the top three, I would say, first of all, it really gives you the clarity and confidence. Lots of time, my clients come to me, they kind of doubt themselves, the value of what they offer, and they struggle to charge a high premium price. And they are getting nervous at the thought of really being visible, being the truest version of themselves and promoting themselves. But when you have a high-end luxury brand, the luxury brand, we define it as we just talked about, it's not just give you the confidence of a pretty premium online presence. It gives you the inner confidence you can't fake, because you are standing in your own high worth and you're owning your mastery. You create the highest level. You know exactly who you are, what you offer, and what you are worth. So when you have that confidence, people start seeking you out and coming to you. So I think this is the number one benefit. And of course, a luxury branding makes your premium clients say yes to your offer. I always say high-end clients are really shopping for a premium brand, just like yours. But if you're not positioning yourself as a luxury brand, your brand can be invisible to them. So luxury branding help you really build a branding system and magnetic online presence and image, makes your ideal premium clients say, oh, yes, that is the one for me. And last but not least, I truly believe luxury brand gives you recognition and impact. With a high-end luxury brand, you instantly stand out from your competitions because there is no competitions, because there's only you. You are the exclusive. You add that natural scarcity into your field because there is only one you, and you limited, for example, the access to you, or make you products feel more premium. Those all things make your brand stand out from the crowd. And also when you're charging a high price because of your high-end branding, you get more resources to create impact and make your impact in the world. It also attracts the media opportunities and partners attract to you as well. So when you establish yourself as an expert, as a what I call a luxury icon, embody the luxury icon inside of you, have that high premium brand, it really gives you the recognition and make the huge impact you are here meant to make.
That makes so much sense. And there's a couple of points there that were real light bulb moments for me. Like when you talked about knowing what to charge and really charging your worth, we're delivering high quality services. We're delivering high quality experiences. But if we're not charging a high enough investment to our clients, I think that they won't expect a high quality service. They'll expect something cheap, really, won't they? And then if we're not charging enough, then we have to stretch ourselves so thin in order to just pay the bills. And then that doesn't give us any sense of freedom and space and being able to just truly enjoy what we do because we're so stressed all the time thinking about money. So to me, it makes sense that if you have a luxury brand and you're able to actually charge a premium price because you're delivering such good quality content and services and coaching or products, it makes sense that it all follows through and actually comes complete circle, because then It's like the money and the time and the feel of what you're doing all aligns really well together. And it's just so much more of a pleasant experience for the business owner and the client.
Exactly. Pricing is an art. Just as you said, if you don't charge enough, you can't really deliver a high quality luxury experience for your clients. At the same time, it's not about charge afterwards. I would say we are worthy enough. It's about what price you really want to put on your product or service that really resonates with you, and you can define it. I would like always to share this story. Once Picasso at a cafe, and the woman saw Picasso. So she asked Picasso to draw something on a napkin, and Picasso finished it in 5 minutes and said, "That's $2,000. And the woman says, "But that's only 5 minutes." But Picasso said, "But it takes my whole life to master it." So that gives you a kind of idea, like pricing doesn't really reflect or the time cost or how much time you create that result, but really how much you invest in yourself, you own the mastery, and you create the whole experience delivery. That is really about the art of pricing.
Yeah, that's so true. That's such a good example. And, I can think of other examples too. Like if I go to take my car service, for example, it might take them 5 minutes to fix the one thing on my car that needs fixing. But if that was me trying to fix it or just anybody trying to wing it, we'd be at it for days trying to figure it out. It's that experience, it's the knowledge and the research and the practice that's come over years and years of time. And also the fact that when you're working with somebody who truly embodies what they do, they live and breathe it. It's a whole nother level of experience when you've got somebody who is really in love with what they're doing and really feels in tune with the topic that they're working with or the product that they're working with. It's such a big difference in terms of a quality experience, I think.
Yes, I love your example too. Yes.
Yeah. So where do we start then? If I'm a business owner, for example, I might be a service-based business or a coach, particularly coaches, I think this can have a really big impact on the coaching industry. If I want to create a luxury brand, maybe I've had my business for 1 to maybe 3 years and things are going well. I've got clients and I've had regular work, but it always feels like a little bit just too hard. Like I always have to push a little bit for it. How do I begin creating a luxury brand or transitioning to a luxury brand? Where do I start?
Yes. So in my working with one-on-one clients on my group coaching program, I use a system called Luxury Fan Brand System. It integrates holistic high-end brand strategy, mindset work, and also energetic work to really translate the essence of your soul onto a luxury brand so that you can increase your perceived value, your influence, income, and impact. Why is holistic? Because I can give you all the strategies. I can give you the most high-end website. But if you're not embody it, if your mindset has limiting beliefs, you can't really implement all the strategy and you can't really embody the luxury brand. That's why my approach involves three aspects. The first one I call inner work is about mindset. And the second one is about outwork. So once we start with inner work, we can move out to the strategy and visuals. And the last one, higher work, is about energetics. You really need to create your higher version of yourself because we don't want to create a brand that based on where you are or where you have been. We really want to create a brand based on your higher version of yourself and can carry you to the future. So I see lots of people they kind of rebrand every 1 year or 2 years. That's because when they start their branding, they are not based on where they want to go and their high version of themselves. So if you want to start doing this work first, I want to suggest you check the inner work, which is overcoming your internal blocks and negative attitudes of limiting beliefs, whether it's towards money, towards luxury, towards influence. If I say, you are now claiming your luxury brand, does any limiting belief come to you? What about money? What about being influential, being seen? Does that intimidate you? And it's also about uncovering the true essence of your brand and really unleash the luxury brand icon within you. Because we really need to base on your brand on the true essence of who you are. I call it your unique true essence. And in my coaching and one-on-one work, I actually help my clients create what I call a luxe perfume. So just like perfume, it has its unique essence. We help you create your own formula based on your true essence. And only after that, you can move on to the visual, the outwork, which is the strategy to help up-level your brand messaging and also translate your brand essence into an irresistible online presence. And it's about also creating a client experience that reflects the elevated way you're delivering your work and about your authority, influence, and visibility. And of course, the higher work is an integrated part of it all. Just as I said, it's about the energetic shift. It's about we're adding spiritual factor that infuse your luxury brand with a soul that really has a deepening meaning and soul alignment. Because if you're out of alignment, you will feel like you are faking it all the time. So that's a really important part too. We are co-creating with universe. We are listening to our heart, mind, and soul to really create something that in alignment with who we are and can carry us into our future and embody our luxury icon.
Oh, I love that you said that, because I think a lot of listeners would have at first been thinking, oh, but I don't feel like a luxury person yet. So I would have to be pretending to be something I'm not. And that's not the case. So if you do the internal stuff first and really tune into what's valuable and what's important and what your true essence is, I love the way you said it's not about being what you're not or being what you're not yet. It's about being the highest version of who you really are and tapping into, because we all know what we love and what we're passionate about. But how often do we actually take the time to sit with that and think, okay, so what is the highest version of all of those parts of me? Because I think we busy ourselves with everything else, right? We don't take enough time to actually truly get to know ourselves. And that sounds like it's a really important starting point for the internal side of it.
Yeah, exactly. And also define your own luxury. What luxury mean to you? When I create a luxury brand for my clients, I ask them to define what luxury really mean to them. For some, for example, if a online presence of their website, a luxury website can mean feel like a 5-star hotel. But for some of my clients, it may just feel like lying on the beach, enjoy coconut and organic chocolate. So it really depends like what luxury mean to you, what stirs your soul and light you up, and what light you up will light your audience up as well.
And I suppose then if you really tap into what luxury means to you, that helps your perfect ideal client find you then and recognize that you're in alignment with what they're looking for, right? Because not everybody's looking for, say, gold and everything, or not everybody's looking for a simpler version of everything. Like there's lots of different aspects that can come into play. So I think if your branding reflects that, then they'll know straight away when they find you that they've found the right person that they're looking for, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's such a powerful thing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because I'm really, really looking forward to delving into my own version of this now. And I know a lot of listeners will be feeling the same way. So if they're thinking, what should I do about next steps? Where can they find you? Is it website or socials? What's the easiest way for them to go a little deeper or get to know more about what you offer in terms of helping them with luxury branding?
Yeah, sure. They can go to my website, www.elvali.com. It's ELVALI.com. And there are some free resources to help you starting your journey to unlock your luxury brand. One, there is a e-magazine, Luxury Branding, The Essentials, where you can discover the winning formula for a luxury brand and 4 essentials to create your own luxury brand so that you can attract high-end clients and increase your influence, impact, and income. And you can also take a Lux Femme Brand Archetype quiz, which is on my website too, to find out what is your archetype. Because for example, lots of clients come to me and say, oh, Elva, I like purple, but what kind of shades of purple? And the neon purple is so different from a really pale one. So the shades and also the shape and all those visual elements, it's actually based on what kind of brand archetype you are. So it's a really valuable tool to help you identify the true natural essence of a brand so that you can use it as a guide to create your visuals.
Oh, that's so interesting. Are there lots of different archetypes out there or just a
There
few?
are
Or?
there are four archetypes. You can think of it just like the four season because it's based on the color psychology, seasonal personality, and also fan energetics. So because my audience is female entrepreneurs, so the archetype is really reflect different female archetype. For example, the first one is the creative. It's actually based on the maiden archetype. Think about the creative. It's bursting with new ideas. It's just like the spring and so optimistic, so creative. So it's just like the maiden energy. And if you are the creative type, your color, just like the spring, is very light and bright. It's so different from, for example, the winter is the queen archetype. Imagine the winter, you can see those trees are starting to just have the no leaves. So it's very sharp and the shapes are sharp and the colors you can use sparkling colors and also some metallic texture that is for the queen archetype. I won't go really deep into that, but feel free to use the quiz to help you dive into that.
Yeah, that'd be great. So the quiz will walk them through questions about themselves and then show them the archetype that will suit
Yes,
them.
and some
Oh, I love
suggestions.
that. Okay, I'll make sure that we've got links then to both the quiz and the e-magazine Luxury Branding The Essentials in the show notes today, because that sounds like a really good actionable way to take a step forward to discovering your own luxury brand and aligning it with who you really are. And then I think as a result, your offers and your packages and your offerings to your clients will probably align with those in the future as well. You'll be able to package them in a way that suits your own archetype and your own luxury branding so that everything is reflected and all aligns with each other. I love the idea of that.
Yes, it's
Wonderful.
step by step. It's a starting point. Yes.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Elva, thank you so much for being with us today. This has been such an interesting chat, and I'm really excited to find out more about it. And I hope you've enjoyed being here too. I've had a lot of fun chatting with you.
Of course. Thank you again for having me, Marissa. I really enjoyed chatting with you and sharing my expertise with your audience. It's such a great experience. Thank you again for having me.
Oh, thank you. It's been wonderful. And for everybody who's listening out there, I hope that you've enjoyed this conversation as much as I've enjoyed having it. And I'll see you in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Simpler Business Podcast. If you did, please subscribe, rate, and review us on Apple Podcasts. There's a link in the show notes to make it nice and easy for you, just the way we like it. If you're ready to simplify and scale your business, you can get started with my free audio class at marissaroberts.com. See you next time.